Welcome to WagerTalk TV. I'm Kelly Stewart, and today I'm joined by Kevin Dolan at the SportsWolf83 on Twitter. Kevin, welcome. I want you to kind of give a little bit of background history on yourself. I know that now you're currently living in Ireland. You spent some time in South Korea.
Yep.
But you're one of our main guys at WagerTalk. You encompass all sports, but give me a few that you really specialize in.
Well, I mean, probably actually the most surprising is college football.
That is a little surprising.
That is, yeah, it's really surprising because, like, you know, I've been doing college football, I'd say, for the last about 7 years, kind of full time, and it's just been excellent. I love college football. So, you know, especially when I'm back home in Ireland, I'm going down to the window. It's like, you know, can I have Auburn minus 7.5? Everyone's like, what?
Yeah, that's great though. But
what's he talking about?
I feel like that's got to be really hard for you because sometimes those early morning games are hard for me on the West Coast here in America. They're on at 2 o'clock in the morning in Ireland?
I'll be honest, this is, you know, if we're talking about how I operate as a handicapper, I don't watch the games. This is why I'm so grey, because I used to watch the games and it's like it doesn't work for me. So why I do so well in college is I do purely numbers.
Wow.
I do them the day before, I bet it, and I don't want to see it. I'll go do something else. Like I'll go, you know.
I've been told to be more like you so that I don't go grey. That actually might help my stress levels, not sitting there beating my head against a wall.
It's just my personality, like, you know. It's like I watch the game, and I watched the Super Bowl most recently, and I don't want to deal with the stress. And like what I find as well, like there's no bias when you don't watch games and stuff.
That's very true.
You know, that's why it's just a numbers game for me. And you know, college football definitely seems to be, you know, my strongest sport so far. But we're doing, I mean, like right now, I think in college basketball, even now, it's like a 41-26 run. So we're doing pretty good stuff in all sports. But you know, in terms of overall knowledge, definitely like boxing, soccer. And, you know, everything else is just a numbers game. But
okay, perfect. That's awesome. I love that, though, because college football is me, and I'm such more of a situational handicapper. This is why we got to share notes just a little bit more. Good stuff. Talk to me about how you think people should win at sports betting. This is kind of like an intro video as to you, but that is the number one question I get. Kelly, how do I win? Kevin, how do you win?
I would say, I mean, WagerTalks done such a good job in the past of, you know, your money management, your specialization, shopping for line value, all those basics. The one problem I had, and I mean, I would say a lot of amateur sports bettors have this problem too, is like, this plagued me when I first started this business because I'm such, like, I'm an analytical guy, like I like to run numbers, and because of that, I could never fathom streaks. I didn't understand why they work. So for instance, at the end of January that just passed, I was on this cold streak. I lost like 5 or 6 games. So it all started, we've all been there.
Yeah.
Like I started with a college basketball game that like sunk me by a half a point. Then I played an NHL game. It was like 3-3, overtime loss. And I'm like, oh, okay, this happens. Saturday, watched an EPL game. It was like 22 shots to 5. They couldn't get the job done. Then I go and watch the Super Bowl. And I'm in the bar, and like I know, you know, it's like Game of Thrones. It's like, oh, well, here we go, winter's coming. You know, you know, honestly, it's like the you know, all the bosses of the NFL, NHL. It's like they all come together in some kind of secret cabal to kind of screw me over. So it's like I was watching the NFL, and I'm sitting there in the bar, and it was actually a San Francisco, you know, 49ers pub, and all my friends are celebrating. We all know the story, 20-10 up. 6 minutes left in the game, and I'm the only quiet one in the bar because I know I'm on.
You've seen this before.
I better say right now, I'm going to apologise to all the San Francisco fans out there because it was my fault that you lost. The Super
you
Bowl,
mushed it.
I was on a cold streak. I backed the 49ers, and like as I said, everyone's celebrating. There's Jaeger bombs going off, and like everyone assumed San Francisco was going to win because they dominated the game, and I'm the only quiet one. I'm nursing my pint. I'm like, I know. You know, Nick Bosa's going to trip over his own feet, or Jimmy G's going to throw the ball into his own face. Something is going to happen that I'm going to lose this bet. And, you know, it just happens. So it's just in terms of how you deal.
How do you deal with it, and how do you get past it?
Well, you gotta do the opposite of what most people do. I see in terms of like what my friends do. They'll win 4, 5, 6 games on the bounce. And I'll be like, what are you betting now? And they'll shut up shop. They'll be like, well, I don't want to push my luck. You'll hear these sound, but I don't want to push my luck. You know, I better quit while I'm ahead. And it's like, that's totally the wrong attitude. When you're hot, you need to stay hot.
When you're hot, you're hot.
Yeah, in terms of
and when you're cold, you need to back off.
Yeah, I mean, like, I work hard every day. It's like 3, 4, 5 hours of stats and data. That'll get you those couple of percent, you know, that get you over an average better. Increasing that further comes through playing the streaks correctly. When you're cold, you need to do what bears do. You need to cover up. You need to hibernate. After the San Francisco loss, I took a day off, and sometimes that's what you need to do. You need to step back. I find again, you know, friends of mine, amateur bettors, they're on a 4, 5, 6 game losing streak. They'll do the opposite. They'll be like, oh, you know, my luck's bound to change. They'll start betting more. They'll start upping their thing. And I honestly think that's one of the main differences between winning sports bettors and losing sports bettors. But why it caused me so much trouble was because I'm such a math guy. I could never understand why.
But now you got to figure it out.
No, well, actually, no, I don't. Sports bettors understand the universe more than priests, in my opinion. I don't know why it happens, but you have to. There's an old Irish proverb. You can't control. I don't even know if it's Irish, but I'll steal it for the purpose of this video. But it's like, you know, you can't control the wind, but you can't adjust your sails. So when you're getting buffeted, shut up shop, and when the wind's blowing with you, you need to increase your volume of plays. You know.
Awesome stuff from Kevin. WagerTalk TV users get $25 in WagerBucks added to their account after their first purchase at either WagerTalk or sportsmemo.com.